What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Check it out without a doubt. Big homie CC on How to Kill. Check this out, man. Y'all might hear some noise in the background because everybody's gone. And me and Nana is watching a movie or something. And I'm not gonna tell her to turn her stuff down in her own house. No, I'm way in the Philippines too. It's her house. She don't speak English that well, and I don't speak Tagalog that well. So it's her house. She can do whatever she want. Y'all can hear me enough. Don't like it? We can roll on the next video. Y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that bell, boy. You know, see, Uncle Mike got some sense. Uncle Mike got some sense. I go, listen. Anyway, man, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy.
Here we go. Alright, this is Gangsta, the original Hot Boy. Director Chance Williams. Shot by Real Life Productions. This is the Big Homie Dallas Takeover. Scene 1, take 1.
Okay, we in the building. We got the man. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, you already know it's your boy Big Homie CC. I'm here with the original Hot Boy. You know what's going on, my big bro. We tapped in. We back working.
So, bro, from the last time you hung out here with me, what you been having going on?
Man, well, first and foremost, the last time I was out here kicking it with you, I was having a ball. I ain't want to leave. Shout out my boy Real Life Joker. You feel me? Shout out my boy Real Life Fast. Shout out Rook. Shout out to all the guys. And yeah, man, shout out Brian Cooper in the building right now. Man, I've been having a lot of activity.
So, let me ask you something. What's been the most interesting activity you done had?
Okay. The most interesting activity I've had is adjusting to being. The most interesting activity I've had is adjusting to being famous, bro. Like adjusting to being the person
that's
who's
hard
the
to
celebrity
do.
now. At first, I was the person in front of the celebrity between them and the fans. So like, you know, I would never let nobody get too close to me, like physically. I got my rules, arm's reach. I would never ever not have my hand on my weapon. So like people want to take pictures, little kids want to run up and hug, like old ladies want to walk up and go, "You're such a blessed young man." It's like, yo, that's been a humbling experience for me.
Big homie, do you be trying to roll on them old women?
Facts.
So look, man, the big homie, I like ladies that's more mature.
Okay.
But,
I'm talking about when they ask you for a hug, do you try to get a slick roll? Like
No. I'm a gentleman at all times. You know how I operate.
I know,
man.
but I just wanted to make sure I didn't see you in a while. I thought you might have switched up.
No, I can't do no switch.
Most people have the misconception that Instagram is easy to.
Pause.
No. I'm a gentleman at all times. You know how I operate.
I know, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't see you in a while. I thought you might have switched up.
No, I can't do no switching.
You from Chicago, right?
Yeah, I'm from Chicago.
You might have switched up. He ain't switching up, baby. That's Big Homie CC.
For sure. So yeah, that's been something I've been going through, and then I just did Michael Franzese. I did an interview with him about the wildfires and little things going on. You feel me? I've been having a lot of activity, bro. I'm blessed. No complaints.
Yeah, I was going to ask you a little bit more about your celebrity status, but
right, yeah, we can get into it.
But before just because you mentioned about the wildfires, let's go and touch on it, man. Let's just get your take on the wildfires itself, as far as starting with the Palisades, just the initial lack of. I don't know if I want to blame the winds. But go ahead, give me a take on the Palisades fire.
So, like I always say, the only way to prepare for the future is to study history. We had the Great Chicago Fire believe that was like 1501, I believe. 1801. We got the that's in the 1800s. 1871 with the Great Chicago Fire. At that time, that was the largest fire in the United States history. Then we had fires in New Jersey. We had fires, the Smokehouse Creek fire in Texas was 1 million acres. The Smokehouse Creek fire in Texas was 1 million acres. It took 3 days before they were able to get any firefighting tools in the air to work on it. So, that was very strange to me, not having no protocols for fire season, which comes every year. The fact that they took prisoners out of the jail, came out to fight the fires and were paying them $10, $15, $20 an hour.
Wow,
behind the wall,
that's
they
crazy.
paid pennies on the dollar, when they could have used that same manpower to clean the brush that starts the fires. So, if you look at what goes on in the Amazon rainforest, the indigenous people, as soon as they see humans that's not them, they immediately try to kill them. Simply because over there, these logging companies will show up, start a fire, and then now they've moved the indigenous population out without compensating them for that territory. So, I got a buddy of mine, his property was $8 million. The property burns to the ground. They offered a man $750,000 for the land. That within itself is a land grab to me. And it just looked like things just taking a dark turn, being from the street, being from areas where people get over on each other. That's what it seems like to me.
When you see the firefighters where they go to prisons to ask, hey, we need them firefighters to come help us out, but they're only paying them like $10 to work. I mean, people are fighting like, hey, there's a lot of people asking for higher pay for these, inmates who are fighting these fires. What do you feel like they deserve, or what should be happening there?
So normally they getting 30 cents, 10 cents an hour. And we reached a level in our country where masculinity and being able to work and grind was getting washed away, to the point where they had several firefighter schools that had nobody come sign up for the summer. We seen a lady who was under the Rainbow Act come out and say, I'm not physically strong enough to carry a man out of a fire because this man got himself in a fire. You're a firefighter. This is what you're supposed to do. So, our country was going a little bit wayward. So the fact that they went to the prison system and compensated those guys money to come outside and risk their life and fight fires, none of them have life insurance, man. They die in the fire from smoke inhalation. Who's responsible for that? Cold, evil place we live in. You see what I'm saying? So this is even more.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man, running the business and different things. I do a YouTube business and I'm doing a YouTube course, and sometimes things overcross in real business. But do that, schedule different things. No, I'm not a scheduler. I'm a reactor right then and there. So, the young lady you saw here earlier, she is helping, doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes on the YouTube channel and on the YouTube course, and there's some things that need to be addressed right away. So anyway, I said all that to say, let's get back to the video. Here we go.
For the young guy, who's responsible for that?
Here we go, y'all.
Cold, evil place we live in. You see what I'm saying? So this is
Facts.
even more information for the
Facts.
young guys. Don't go to prison, man. Because you can end up in prison, chilling. You down there in the kitchen getting your 10 cents, and here come the warden. You want to make $20 an hour today? Hell yeah, I do. Yeah, come on, go fight this fire. Never fought a fire a day in his life. Out there with the smoke inhalation. Now he done checked out. Mama called. That shit, mama ain't heard from him in days. What's going on? Didn't have the cheese in a bad situation. He said, look, me and my homie went to go fight this fire. Nobody shook back. It's over with. 0. Dirty game.
You see Mel Gibson. He's basically speaking out on these fires. He thinks there's something bigger at play versus just random fires coming out. Now, mind you, Mel Gibson is he's the hierarchy of Hollywood celebrity.
Absolutely.
But it seems like they're even trying to, not saying shut him down, but they're trying to push his, like, hey, we're not trying to listen to what Mel Gibson's talking about. What do you feel? Is he trying to sell Passion of Christ too, or is he really on to something possibly?
Mel Gibson has reached the pinnacle,
Passion of Christ
the
too.
highest height of Hollywood and stardom. And you can tell that he felt jaded when he left that business. I believe he had a hand in a movie called Sound of Freedom. And that's about child trafficking. Him and other people believe that there is some type of dark force that operates within Hollywood that actively partakes in child sacrifice. Now, Trump appointed him to be the liaison to Hollywood now, to try to clean up Hollywood. Like I say, I firmly believe that us as human beings have to be able to trust the words of our peers. Because in every court of law, circumstantial evidence and eyewitness testimony can place you at the scene of a murder and get you a life sentence. So if you're not trusting the words of your peers, human skepticism can turn into a virus. And that's what we're going through right now.
Facts.
I gotta ask because, we seen the movie Taken.
Right.
And it's like you like a 2025 Liam Neeson or something.
Right.
When we see a movie like Taken where a young girl from America goes across overseas and literally gets taken, how true do these stories and how often do these stories actually play out that the average U.S. citizen doesn't hear about?
Right. So that's a fantastic question. It's 100% true. So I'm aware of locations where there's probably active auctions going on right now for people.
Shit, that's always. That's why they making the movies. It's always
at those auctions. If you're a virgin, you pitch more money. If you're a brunette, you're gonna get more money for whoever that is. That's definitely real. Human trafficking is a $100+ billion a year business just here in the United States. So imagine a place like Mauritania where legally they didn't abolish slavery until the late 80s. It's still going on right now. What I always pay close attention to is in the movie Taken, there was a spotter at the airport that spotted the young lady and her friend. One girl followed the protocols as best she could. Her friend, not so much. They entice people with the thought of being able to go to a party for free, ride in a nice car and experience these things. And you just never get heard from again. Because I can tell you an interesting story where a guy travels down to Mexico. He was under the premise that his daughter was going to audition for a TV show down there for child actors. He got there, was about 50 other children there for the audition. They had all of the parents come out to the area where they can all eat and drink and stuff like that. And when they came back to the room where the children were, they were all gone.
When you see a situation
crazy.
where, everybody got social media, they'll see, a car pull up a guy jump out, try to grab a kid and run to the car. You know, they might thwart it, or they might, you know, he might become successful. Was this always the play, or social media just brought it to our eyes to where people are so blatant where they'll just pull up right around the school and just grab a child and just take off? Is it always been like that?
So it has always been like that. It used to happen directly in hospital.
That's a yes, man. I mean, dude, everything that you see on social media that you are shocked to see has been happening for 10, 15 years. It's been happening, dog, before they even got the daggone video cameras out on a regular. It just so happens, the crime has been there. The crime has been there for years. It's just so happened that the video cameras are just getting here. Does that make sense? It's not like they say, well, we ain't been doing these crimes. Now we got video cameras here. So now let's start doing these type of crimes. Am I missing something? I must be missing something. All this stuff been here. It's almost like a tree falls down in the woods. Does it make a sound if nobody's there to hear it? Does the tree make a sound? But if you had a recording box there, nobody knows if the tree makes a sound when it falls. But if you had a recording box with a microphone there, you'll hear the crumble all the way down to the ground. So has crime been here? I think I made my point, man. I made my point.
Where toddlers will get taken at that stage and then be sold. It's always been like that. The onset of social media, Ring cameras and surveillance systems being everywhere. Now you're able to see this type of stuff. You know, I've been seeing reports and little recordings and audio visual about this type of stuff for a long time. And, you know, every 40 seconds somebody's getting kidnapped.
Do you feel the ratio of kidnapping
40
between
seconds.
young
Every 40
boys
seconds.
versus young girls, that girls
Wow.
are probably a higher target, or do you see a higher tick in boys?
There's definitely a higher tick in boys over the last 7 years.
Hey guys, Uncle Mike here with big news. YouTube has changed my life, and now it's your turn. See, Uncle Mike was tired of being broke after every payday. So I decided to do something about it. So I invested over about $9,000 in YouTube courses and online coaching. Man, I was determined to change. But guess what? None of these systems gave me the one-on-one coaching that I needed. So I created my own YouTube course with the help that you need to make sure that you succeed. If you're ready to learn and you're not afraid to put in the work, you too can make a real change. Sign up now and Uncle Mike will send you the 4 videos that got me started. 100% free. Click the word more below and look for our YouTube growth system. That's our course. Now, let's get back to this video.
That I will say. There were 2 guys just sentenced to 100 years in prison because they were a homosexual couple, 2 gentlemen. They adopted 2 boys, and they pretty much were pimping those boys out to pedophile networks. And that's the way these networks are able to operate with impunity, because they stick together, they work together, they all know each other, they use signs and symbols. So you'll go to a place thinking you're going to the Chinese buffet and you just finna hang out and kick it. You will see a little logo on the table and you see 15 people at that table, they all pedophiles.
So let me ask, you know, we're speaking on Hollywood. You know, you've been around, you've bodyguarded for a few of the elites, and you've seen some elite people.
For sure.
You know, and they say, you know, Hollywood's not too much far, reality is not too much far from fiction.
For sure.
And you see something like Squid Games. Now, you mentioned, I believe it was on either Michael's podcast or someone's, you mentioned about, you know, people doing big game hunting, you know, like exotic animals and getting their thrills out of, you know, an extinct species, let's go hunt it.
Definitely.
And you see something like Squid Games to where, you know, you watch it, it's fun, you know, your red light, green light, but you see the bigger play that there's these rich men in Max that come on, and every year or so they bid on, you know, the death of humans.
For sure.
Do you feel like either that could be one day going on soon, or even possibly in some remote island area that this might be going on now?
It's going on now.
Again, it's not far-fetched from reality.
Yeah, it's definitely going on now.
It's been going on
What
for
you have
10,
to
20
understand
years,
is,
bruh.
You know, this type of stuff is not going to take place on a remote island. You know, it's going to take place on a private property somewhere around here. You know, private property is private property. And big game hunting is just like they say, weed is a gateway drug to this. This you start drinking this, then you start experimenting with this. And if you ask anybody who was a hunter, bounty hunter, like the Navajo, Cherokee trackers, they all say it's nothing like hunting a human. It's nothing like hunting a human. Just like we just seen 5 black children rescued from being inside. They were adopted and held captive in a barn and used as workers for like the last 10 years. Just like we seen in Cleveland, Ohio, the 2 ladies were held restrained in the basement for 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
While we're sitting here right now,
that's crazy.
there's somebody in a shed being held against their will with no hope. If that person decides, you know what, my sex slave is getting too old. My buddies who are sexual deviants, they want to hunt somebody down on their property. Who you think finna go there? These are things that's taking place right now for sure.
For sure.
Now, there's a gentleman by the name of Samuel Nathan Brown who spent 24 years in prison for police corruption. And from his cell block, he actually wrote what is considered Proposition 6 to basically, it's pretty much about involuntary servitude. And that got missed in California by just a few thousand votes. Can I get your take on that and how close that was basically going into pass?
In Trump's last presidential bid, he said, he warned black people that if you didn't study your history, what happened to you then can happen to you again. They just passed legislation down in Mississippi for all white judicial system.
Listen
When
to
it
this
comes
now.
to African Americans as a whole in this country, we don't make a good showing of ourselves consistently.
Facts.
We are the minority here. We are not the majority here. We just seen the current president remove laws that were established for equality and all of this diversification and all of that. The whole BLM thing set us back a long way because all they saw was our people terrorizing, destroying, looting, and stealing.
That's facts.
So you got to understand, if you look at history, look at the Black Panther Party, look at Martin Luther King, look at Malcolm X, look what happened to the NFAC with Grandmaster Jay. Grandmaster Jay got charged with the same charge with the guy who killed Breonna Stewart in Kentucky. He used a shotgun to look through the scope on top of a building to see who was on top of the building. Well, he had a legal militia. He gone for 10 years in prison. If you think that these people who fought to establish this country, if you think they're gonna surrender it easily, you're wrong. You know, they stormed the Capitol when they stole their last election. We haven't seen that since the 1700s.
That's facts. That's facts. Now, for those on Gangsta's platform here, they say, hey, Big Homie CC, we heard about him at these parties, him bodyguarding for certain people. Let me ask you, when it comes to, covering somebody, who's it harder to deal with, someone from the South or someone from the East Coast? You in the South now.
Okay. So what would the DMV be considered?
I would say that's East Coast.
East Coast.
At Baltimore.
Okay, so where's Wale from the DMV, right?
Wale is DMV.
Oh, the man Wale, at the peak of his fame, would show up to the club, leave out of his private section, and go down to the bar. Next thing you know is women screaming. There are dudes pounding on the bar like, man, we've been buying these females drinks all night. And here come Wale standing at the bar, and now they ignoring us. That'll put you in a jam. Like, in the South, you warn them 1 or 2 times about something, they gonna stick with that. Like, all right, cool, all right. You know what? Yeah, you're right. But like East Coast dudes, they very opinionated. And a lot of times they state their opinion as a fact. You feel me?
Facts.
And when it comes to covering them, definitely one more tricky than guys from the South. Because I had to cover Plies one time. Plies did not move. He stood, he said, hey, big dog, I'm standing right here. I'm on your shoulder. He did not move at all the whole night. Wale, on the dance floor, bro. Custom sneakers that nobody will ever see. And he on the dance floor, kicking it. I'm like, bro, you can't do this right here. And he had a little speech for me while he had to do it, so I had to be right there in the paint with him.
Do you ever get the type of celebrity that acts a little more diva than the next? And
Yes.
what city were they probably from without saying their names?
Just answered that. He just answered that.
Man, bro, the most diva people, bro, is from LA. Like, bro, I'll take 10 New York people, 10 people from the deep South any day than people from LA, bro. Like, because you can tell when a group of people, they only could come to this place to party. After this, it's over. People in the South, they got a bootlegger. They got people with the moonshine. Guys on the East Coast, they'll call the club owner. Like, look, man, me and about a private group, we gonna pull up, son. Yo, B, we gonna come shake and move and shake for a second. They keep the club open for them. LA people, you know, I try to avoid that. If I can, I will. Especially if I got Dugan with me. Because if I got Dugan with me, he not trying to negotiate at all. He's like, all right, Gordo, it's time to go. They don't want to listen. We got our cheese. I said, yeah, but bro, we still, I don't know, well, we got to go. You try not to go through back and forth with people like that. But for sure, LA people was definitely the most diva-ish.
When you first heard the news that Jay-Z was put in a lawsuit about a underage child leaving a VMA party, coming over to be in a room with her and Diddy, for you, just hearing that kind of news, what did you think of it? Just what's the first thing that goes to your mind?
Me personally, I knew it was a prodding attempt from the Busby lawyer. Because, like, bro, we talking about a guy who has been rich longer than the average person's career in entertainment. We talking about a guy. He responded with a note that he typed up on his phone. Not no publicist note, none of that. This man, when the NFL came to him to perform at the halftime show, he said, look, I'm not finna perform at the halftime show, but I can help you with your halftime show. You feel me? And then when they got 50 Cent and Dr. Dre and all of them to come on, Eminem wasn't gonna do it without 50. So Jay-Z said, yeah, the white guy's not gonna do it unless 50 is on the show. He's not even calling him Eminem, he's calling him the white guy. We're talking about a guy he had a hand in stopping the stop and frisk. He had a hand in stopping the racial profile that was going on in luxury stores and Neiman's in New York. When a man said he's not gonna give you one red cent, I've seen several celebrities get sued for stuff, and then they feel like it was cheaper to just pay this little $50,000 and leave it at that. He not like that, bro. He not like that. He popped his own brother, man. Stabbed somebody. He popped his own brother when the money came. When the money was looking funny.
Oh yeah, no.
Somebody bootlegged his CDs. He hit him with this hole, man.
So, for you who deals with human trafficking and situations like that, when a female comes and says, "Hey, I've been assaulted," or "This happened," or "That happened," how much percent of you believe them on the upright?
None, no percentages, none.
Okay. And you come with some proof or something.
So, we have a process called a threat assessment. In order to properly mitigate risk, we have to have a proper threat assessment. I'm going to send you to go get a polygraph test. If you said you had a pregnancy from this rape, I'm going to send you to get an OCS test. If you said you were physically assaulted, you were poisoned, you were chloroformed, I'm going to send you to get a toxicology report. I cannot just take your word for it, simply because we're in a mental health crisis in this country as it is. And every day is somebody in my inbox with a fantastic story about what happened to them. And as soon as it's time to go get some supporting documentation, they don't have it. And in order for me to operate within the constraints of the law, I gotta have certain supporting documentation. Otherwise, I'm just out here as a vigilante doing anything. You're going to jail. Period. Yeah, I don't.
Now, you mentioned stop and frisk. Trump was big on about bringing that back.
Right.
What are your thoughts as far as how society looks with bringing stop and frisk back for the black male, for the black man?
Here's the thing, bro. White people know how to organize themselves. Black people, everybody has this king God mentality, so they don't have to work with somebody else and they don't have to represent their group as a whole. We dominate every sport, anything we get involved in, we get held to the highest standard. So you gotta operate like that. Point blank, period. When it comes to the people who run the show, as long as you ain't getting too crazy, they give you leeway.
Hold up, we gotta say this one more time right here. One more time, man. Think about this. Think about this, y'all. No one wants to be a follower. Everybody wants to be a leader. And you don't even know how to lead yet. You don't even know how to lead. That's the part that kills me. You just want to be a leader. Then find out how to become a leader.
Black people, everybody has this king God mentality, so they don't have to work with somebody else and they don't have to represent their group as a whole. We dominate every sport, anything we get involved in.
Facts.
We get held to the highest standard.
We dominate.
So you got.
We dominate golf. We dominate basketball. We dominate football. We dominate ping pong. We are dominating our mechanical skills, our body movement. We dominate dance, my brother. But we can't dominate uniting people. And it starts with that communication. It's difficult for us to communicate with each other.
You gotta operate like that. Point blank, period. When it comes to the people who run the show, as long as you ain't getting too crazy, they give you leeway. You got guys out here 120 pounds with a Glock, with a drum. They putting the handheld on it like it's a chopper. And they shooting police and killing kids and shooting everybody in the car. They taking everybody on a high-speed chase. They done banned drill music in all African countries, Jamaica, Haiti. It's gonna get banned here next. That's all it boiled down to, bro. Like, we don't know how to organize ourselves. Period. If we can organize ourselves, we can
We don't
prevent
even
a lot of
want to
it.
know how.
But it
We
don't
don't
work
even
that
want to
way.
organize ourselves.
What are some of the ways that you and your team help to organize so that you can be an example for other people that are trying to, if you can help be a mentor for any group of black men that are doing anything in a positive direction, why don't you tell them how you and your team organize?
We kept everything a secret till I decided to come to the internet. That was the only way to do it. That was it. Once word gets out, now they finna send people to try to set you up. They gonna send FBI agents to come try to join your party and all of this. We kept everything a complete secret until it was time for me to retire and pivot to a new lane. That's it. There is no other way except secrecy. Period. On
Now,
gas, on them grave. That's it.
That's
For those
it.
that do want to be in security, what is probably a premier weapon that one should use if they're just, to conceal but effective?
FN 5.7, 28 millimeter, green or black tips.
Yeah, break that down, because for those that
So
don't know.
basically, the FN 5.7 uses a 28 millimeter round, which is a smaller but longer range round. So the more distance that it travels, the more powerful it is. So if you got black tips, that's armor piercing. You feel me? So, and then the clip itself is almost like having a machine gun clip in a pistol. FN 5.7, without a doubt, it's the weapon that saved my life several times. And, I see the guys that do the Glocks, that's cool. I like SIGs a lot. You definitely want to make sure you got you a taser with 10-foot range. You want to make sure you got you a nice can of precision mace, like not the mace you get down from the Family Dollar. You want to get the mace that even a lot of the bear mace you see getting sold is like fake China knockoffs, not real actual bear mace. Because one spray of bear mace can make a 900-pound killing machine turn and run. I'm seeing videos of like girls getting bear mace and they just wiping it off, they still fighting. That's not real bear mace. If you got real bear mace on you, you finna holler and scream and flee. You're not finna be doing anything other than that. So you definitely wanna, also get you a knife with no metal in it. Get you a knife with no metal in that knife. That's something you definitely need to keep as well.
Wow.
I got a survival kit, how to stay alive kit coming by Big Homie. That's gonna be dropping around like middle of March. I got the ladies how to stay alive kit, and I got the just universal how to stay alive kit that's finna drop. So be ready for situational awareness series dropping in March. It's going down.
Hey, can you tell me a little bit about your other manual that you're working on with the Big Bodyguards handbook?
Oh yeah, shout out to the homie Flip Phone Corleone. She getting busy for us right now. So we got a bodyguard handbook coming out for like a lot of people who ask me about how can they get started in security and what they should do, and little tools of the trade. We got literature coming out about it. Written and approved by me. You feel me? The Big Bodyguard handbook is dropping. This is my take on it, my tools, my tricks of the trade. And you can't lose with this. You feel me? So just stay tuned with me. It's going down. The gang working.
I knew that was gonna happen. As soon as I stopped, somebody came.
So what about we see you got man. First of all, congratulations on your Can't Make This Shit Up series. Man, excellent. The Big Homie, excellent. Go watch it on Look Who TV, LOOKHU.TV. But tell me a little bit about what you're working on as far as the Retrieval, the movie that you're shooting.
Right. So basically, man, first and foremost, I gotta salute my team on this one, because a lot of people don't know that when I'm doing interviews, like that production you see getting put on, outside of doing stuff with like real life, outside of doing stuff with like gangster, like when you see that, that's my team. Brian Cooper, Austin Rudin, my boy Roe, that's our team putting together all of this and for all of these shots. Even when you see me on doing the Cam Capone, On my side of it, that's my team shooting at. So we got a show called The Retrieval based off actual events where my team gets hired. We do a threat assessment. People need their loved ones tracked down and brought home. They come to us. We go out in the field and we bring them back. So Michael Franzese is going to be in this first retrieval shoot as well. He agreed to partner with me on it. So, man, shout out my boy, the Dirty Genius, Busy B. He be working, getting this right.
Shout out Busy B for real.
He be getting me right.
Paul, definitely. Can you speak on, there's a situation where you almost lost your life. You were shot.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through that moment, if you don't mind? Just tell the people as far as what happened and how close were you to almost losing your life?
Right. So what happens, simple. Lady comes to the trap house. Where big homie at? She busts through the door. She explained to me, I'll never forget, she showed us these purple sweatpants. They were small little purple sweatpants. She said, look at these pants. Look what he did to my baby. We examine the pants. That's how oftentimes people see us with gloves on. You feel me? So, I wake up, I'm examining the pants, I look inside, I see like this dried white substance in there. It's like this yellow discharge was dried in there. You can see the blood dried up. Basically, this lady worked as a nurse. She came with her life savings. She said, who did this to her child? Apparently, this person who was responsible for this rape against a child was a powerful gang leader. You feel me? We went and gave him a pumpkin head. He lost some teeth. He got his head lumped up. He wasn't happy about it. He put a bounty on my life. And once that bounty was placed, people came to collect. But, just like we seen with the O-Block case and other little situations, that money get involved where people get desperate. They make very critical mistakes. They don't operate as well. And unfortunately for them, our situational awareness was high. We had some bloody days on our end. None of my homies died, but they took some losses on the other side. You feel me? And, I believe I showed you that footage where it was blood everywhere on my feed. And guy come to the door. I'm looking through the top of the door. I asked him what he was trying to get. He chamber around. I'm like, yo, you only got one up top? And you coming to get me on the head?
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's disrespectful. You feel me? That kind of enraged me. And then, I just made the choice to say, I know what he's here for. I'm going to shoot through the door. And on that same video, you hear him screaming to call 911. But, that's something I never understand. Because, we'll catch a pedophile and, he'll feel like he about to lose his life. He begging for God, begging for Jesus, calling for help. And it's like, man, when you see these type of things, it kind of darkens your spirit a little bit. Like, oh, okay. People playing down to the last level. So, that was a crazy situation. I'll make sure you get the clips so you can air it on here. You feel me?
Please do.
I'm good at what I do.
Speaking of a hitman situation, can you give me a take on Luigi Maggioloni?
Luigi Mangione.
Yeah, the United Healthcare situation that happened pretty much in, I don't want to say broad daylight, but at nighttime, just in the open. He even was able to, his gun got jammed, but he was professional enough to know how to clear each jam and carry out a hit and walk away. Came in on a bike. Give me a take on that.
Yeah, so when I seen his pistol had jammed, instantly let me know that he had 3D printed ghost gun. I instantly saw that. The fact that he knew the positioning of the cameras on the street was very interesting to me. And then the fact that he kept working his job at McDonald's let me know that he definitely had a handler somewhere. But here, this the thing, with this social media, And like in this like modern era, like guys will only follow orders for a little while. Cause you could tell he had handlers. And for him to track that dude down and shoot him at that location, he knew this is the only chance I'm gonna get this guy out in the open right here. I gotta take this shot. So, and then like, you know, seeing him smiling like on the camera and stuff like that. Like, man, bro, somebody got a hold of him. I'm sure he was making posts on certain little dark websites. They found out he was unhinged, and they took advantage of him, for sure.
How often, you know, even you have celebrity status now. At what point should somebody get a bodyguard? At what point should somebody get security and hire someone to be around them?
So here's the thing. I definitely have reached celebrity status, right? And yeah, and then dudes don't even want to be my bodyguard. They be looking like, man, hell no. So like my manager, Brian, be having to be my security. You feel me? And
He
you
says,
know, he a
look at
big
least a
dude.
little bit.
Yeah, he a big dude too. But it's like, I always say this. You hire a bodyguard when you know there's an actual threat against your life. You hire security for crowd control situations. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why people will say, oh, who did he bodyguard for? On my YouTube, I posted a lot of the people who I could post because I was working before, like, when there wasn't no cameras everywhere. So, like, my career evolved into me being a fixer for people, for me being a person who solved high risk and high danger level problems. So like you get a bodyguard when you know there's an actual threat against your life. You know, you get security for crowd control reasons, and this is just to be a barrier between you and overzealous fans and stuff like that. So there is a major difference. There's a major difference for sure.
So I got a question for you. Now that you become famous, you're going to get bodyguards.
Right.
So are you going to prefer a certain, like I want to be your bodyguard and you're bigger than me. So how does this work?
So but here's the thing though.
I didn't see a hitman, I see a bodyguard.
Right. So here's the thing, like, okay, in the security bodyguard world, everybody can't be a giant. Because let's say you got Taylor Swift and she want to ride her bike in the park. Somebody got to jog next to that bike the whole time she's on that bike. If you got a 6'9", 400-pound dude with you all day, he cannot jog around next to you on that bike all day. You know, and then a lot of the smaller frame guys, monsters. A lot of the big super giant guys, cowards. Because they never really had to fight anybody. They never had to be violent with anybody. Because people are like, man, I ain't fighting that big dude. So it's a gray area. So one reason I was able to be successful was because people say, hey, man, because my nickname was always Killer my whole life, bro. You feel me? People didn't start calling me Big Homie until I got into my 30s. Then that name came. So, like, you know, I had to be. And then I got the baby face. I got dimples. People, oh, look at his smile. And I speak proper and articulate. People that think it's sweet. So then, like I say, I'm a gentleman at all times until it's time. So I had to be vicious. I've done heinous things to people. I never harmed nobody who didn't deserve it. But, you know, I don't got a problem with getting violent with you. And that's something you got to have. Violence is a tool in your toolbox. It's not your identity. Yeah. You got to be able to turn it on and turn it off. Yeah. So, like, a lot of times, you know, like, I've seen several bodyguards, bro, that's giants, but they not getting booked like that. Because look at Lionel Messi's bodyguard. He like 5'11", about 170. Endurance. You sure he got weapons training on all platforms? Pistol, knife, rifle, shotgun. I'm sure he could do door breaching, room clearing. I'm sure he can do all that. And I'm sure he done went to body language classes. And I know he done got aggressive driving school. You see what I'm saying? So Yeah, the bodyguard world get deep.
You know, you said a story on
Deep,
over on
deep.
Real Life Street Stars where a young Chinaman was kind of almost got with you.
He was trying to get with me for sure.
He was trying to get with you.
He was trying to get with me for sure.
Yeah. How do you look at de-escalation of a situation where things are about to get physical? Like, what's your approach to de-escalate?
Man, my approach is this, man. You never underestimate anybody, no matter how small, how whatever. Whatever you look at them at, don't take nobody lightly. Make sure you treat everybody like they're dangerous. So
Exactly.
I
And
usually try to use
that's how people get caught slipping. That's how they get caught slipping. They talk all that trash, blah 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 blah, all on the internet, blah 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 blah. They talk all this trash, and here come Uncle Mike. Don't say a word, and then all of a sudden, blah 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 blah, and I let them think it's working. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Okay, all right, well cool. And then when I pounce, 5 times the force I come with all the skills I know. I used to do armed security. I know take down and all that's taxes. I did bodyguard work. I did security work. I went out to be a police officer. I did martial arts. I did boxing, kickboxing and karate. I did all this stuff. I don't know none of it until God tell me when to use it. That's all. That's it.
use my size to get in between the aggressor and my principal. But in that situation, when I did that, I don't have no signal. So once I did that, that's when he started hitting me with moves. And like, I'm like, damn, this little bastard strong. And then I started thinking like, all right now, it only takes 5 pounds of pressure to put somebody to sleep. And man, a jumping elbow, a flying knee, I seen he had them capabilities. Because when these legs swept the other dude, I'm like, damn. That leg sweep was sick. That's like off Mortal Kombat. I ain't trying to go out like that. And I see he wasn't scared because the average dude don't even want to tussle with me, bro. But he was, once he started doing that pointing, like, I'm like, damn. Let me go and get it. It's time to go because he knows something I don't know. And I get knocked out here now. I'm viral. I'm never getting booked again. I said, man, y'all see big homie out there sleeping at the casino? Chinese man got up with him. No, hell no, I can't. You gotta know it's a time to fight. It's a time to flee, bro.
Man, no, without question. What is the go-to move? I spoke to a lot of guys who've been in the pen, and they say, man, the go-to move to try to end the confrontation is probably the uppercut. For you, what is the go-to, if anything? I know most bodyguards might do a chokehold, put a man to sleep, calm him down. But these guys said go for the uppercut, quick knockout, hunky-dory.
Now, I never got nobody sued before because, like, I would usually put myself in a position to get struck first. You feel me? So the closer I am to you, the less damage your strike is gonna do. You feel me? So like, and there's like this common myth that if you hit a big dude in the stomach, he's gonna like fall out or something. And people believe that right there, which is crazy. Which is like, man, I've seen so many dudes hit me in the stomach, like, damn, man, that was your plan? So I'm like, okay, you feel me? But I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, I'm not finna have a boxing match with you. I'm a single leg, double leg, take you down and choke you out. Because I don't really want to be drawing blood from you. And then, because for me, if you close to me, I'm immediately going to do a step-in elbow. Because, like, this is the hardest weapon that I'm going to have. This elbow right here is going to be the hardest weapon I'm going to have. And I can hit you with this on your forehead, any place on your face without hurting myself. So that's always going to be my go-to move, step-in elbow. And I'm usually going to use this arm to, like, grab your head and bring it to this elbow. So, like, yeah, that's my go-to move. Now, don't.
I missed it. Wait a minute, the go-to move.
And I can hit you with this on your forehead, any place on your face without hurting myself. So that's always going to be my go-to move, step-in elbow. And I'm usually gonna use this arm to like grab your head and bring it to this elbow. So like, yeah, that's my go-to move. Now don't use this move if you haven't trained it. Like they say, Bruce Lee practiced the same kick 1,000 times. Look, if you somebody who think you a boxer and you gonna get on the street and have a boxing match with somebody, don't try that right there.
Okay, big homie, how do you handle if you are protecting a female? Like if you hired to be a bodyguard for a female,
Right.
and then later on that night she call you and be like, okay, the job is not done. I need you to take care of me down here. What you do?
What's crazy is, man, I just got a message right now. A lady say she need to use her coochie coupons right now.
Well, can we see how she look?
I'll show you off camera for sure, for sure.
Give me her number.
But like I say this, like, when you on tour with a female who's a talent, for her parents to reach her, they gonna be talking to you first. When the show's over and she's hungry, she's somewhere eating with you. When it's time to go to sleep, you and her are in a joint hotel room. Everything that she's gonna do throughout the day is gonna go through you. So a lot of times I've always seen like celebrities, especially women, don't really have people they can trust like that. And it's something about them looking up at you and they see you demonstrate a couple times, turn a couple people upside down. Yeah, man, they definitely, I done been in that situation, you feel me? I've had famous girlfriends and stuff like that. I didn't,
So it's safe to say you've been to few of them over.
I've had some nice relationships with some famous ladies for sure.
Yeah. You could go and name one if you want to. Want to name one?
They married now, man. They married now.
Oh man, okay.
For the husband time.
Yeah, they don't want to compare.
Man,
That big old guy.
That's coming right
around
there.
the room.
That's coming right there.
So what you got? What you have coming up for the people to know how to keep in touch with you, to follow you?
Man, follow me, Instagram, bighomie.cc. If you want to see more stuff I got coming up, go to Can't Make This Shit Up official on Instagram. Go to Look Who on Instagram. You're going to see me everywhere. We got the Can't Make This Shit Up series. That's going up right now. I got the Retrieval movie getting ready to drop. We done got Michael Franzese to get in on that. It's going down, bro. Just staying active, working hard. You can check my site, grab you some shirts. You feel me? Got the big homie shop. It's just going down, man. We active all across the board.
So big homie, you have a movie coming out?
Yeah, I got a movie coming out called The Retrieval about my life on a series of events that's based off all facts, where I had to go out into the field and bring people home.
Okay, that's cool. So let me ask you this. When you come out here to Dallas, you hang out with real life street stars. You hang out, we have a good time, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
so
sir.
it's safe to say when you come to Dallas, you're going to be good.
When I come to Dallas, I know I'm going to be good, bro. Like, when I came out here the first time, I didn't want to leave, bro. Like, I'm asking, joking, like, man, where should I get a place at? You feel me? And then when I link up with Gangsta, he pull up. He said, man, you got to come through my spot. Come through the studio. We going out, kicking it. Yeah, so whenever I come out here, I know I'm good. I feel like I'm around my real homies for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I love it.
I was trying to outdo Real Life Street Star Studio. But I said that because I wanted to make sure that I got you on camera saying that, because I want to know why in the world I'm not in your movie. I just set you up. I just wanted to be known. I make sure you good. I make sure you good. You come out. Why I'm not in that movie?
Now, see,
I could have been just standing by the store or something, just looking, being an extra.
Now, you know.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get you in contact with Brian.
Well, I didn't know who Brian was. I thought that was somebody, because you on the legal side now, and I know they got a lot of scammers and a lot of people that get over, and people in that way very smart. And now that I see the brother, that's my Muslim brother, so
Yes, sir.
I can trust him.
Yeah,
But
so
but he's still intelligent, real smart. So
For
I'm
sure.
like, okay, he got
Just
smart.
so we clear, gangster was being gangster. And until he sees certain things, He was not finna come get in no movie
At all.
or
What gonna happen?
or anything along the lines, for sure. But yeah, you got an open invitation for sure. And you be traveling a lot too, big bro. So,
Yes, I need to come to Chi-Town, but I need to be in the movie like when I'm interacting with I don't want to be in the shooting part, no game. I want to be with the women. I want to be like,
we got a scene. Brian wrote a scene for you. Well, you gotta go in and physically grab and remove the woman from the kidnappers.
Oh man, I thought I was gonna get the grab her in the bedroom.
You want me to kidnap her?
Yeah.
No. You take her from the kidnapper.
I want to be the one that kidnapped.
No, you don't want to do that. That's a bad place to be.
Yeah, but it's a movie, so yeah, I want to do that. Yeah.
No,
I want to be the
man.
bad guy in the movie.
Man.
But then now, I know I can't write.
We need to do a movie, man, and come find out. It's more people want to be the bad guy in a movie. It's just a movie. We gonna find out. When I can't wait to get home, man. Talk to nephew. Got to talk to nephew on this one. Yeah.
Your movie, but it'll be real cool if I save her from the kidnappers, and then I get a little kiss, or we can lay down.
Yeah, something like that.
We can lay down and watch Netflix and chill, or we can lay down and watch Tubi.
Yeah, get a little caress scene.
Yeah, man, give me something. I want a big butt girl now. Don't give me none of them girls that been in Iraq been shooting out.
You gotta talk. No, we shooting in Vegas.
So we're going to Vegas. Oh, yes, okay, it's on now.
Yeah, we in Vegas.
We're gonna prostitute and everything. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
That's Holly and Brian, man. He gonna lie. You gotta read your script though.
Man, see, that's the thing I ain't good at.
What?
I be forgetting line because I get into act into my role. I be want to say what I want to say. I be like, cut, gangster, they ain't the role. Oh, my bad. So I'm gonna don't give me something too. Yeah, bro. But I'm happy you came out, bro. Thank you for coming out and hang out with us.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully I can get you again back on this couch. I'm trying to make this couch family. I'm trying to make the black couch families like they got that blue couch. So I'm following in their footsteps.
That blue couch, blue couch, bro. Like
big
everywhere I go, they say,
Yeah.
I see you on the blue couch.
Yeah, man.
The blue couch is his own entity now, man.
Oh
Yeah.
Nah, much love. Yeah, I say the same. Appreciate you for just coming to Dallas and just being such a commodity just to the city, man. We really do appreciate your status and your stories, man. I gotta say thank you on behalf of real life.
For sure, absolutely.
And I want to clear this up too, because I know I heard a lot of people in my comments was getting on Joker.
Ooh, that was good.
Joker's a friend of mine, brother. He showed me love since I've been out here in Dallas. Nothing but love. I'm gonna be helping with the YouTube stuff. So everybody who rock with me, who support me, please support Joker, because I'm trying something new and I need the help. And all the big people that I'm getting on, like Charlton White, big homie CC, they come from real life and he know how to interview. So y'all gotta bear with me. All right?
You come.
Let's
go.
Man, I got one more thing. I want to, to everybody who reaches out to me constantly about financial help and things along those lines, make sure you go follow Alex Miller Official. So that's who fixed my credit, got me in a nice position. I'm finna hook him up with Big Bro. I'm gonna hook him up with Gangster, because Gangster was telling me some stuff. Make sure you go follow Alex Miller Official on Instagram. Excellent credit repair service, professional, real company, you feel me? And I appreciate everybody for supporting, everybody who reaches out to me daily. I want to say one last thing to Ada Santiago. I got all your information, I got your email, I got your documentation. You have a very interesting situation. I do feel like a crime has been committed against you, and we working to be in Philadelphia sometime next week, and my goal is to bring all 6 of your children home. So I just want you to know that we've seen that, and till next time.
Hold on, what's going on with that? What happened with that?
Yeah, so part of my business is we go out and we retrieve people who have been kidnapped, missing, sex trafficked. What it seems like with this situation is basically CPS and some people ran a play to steal her kids, man.
Wow.
She got 6 babies. She got no police reports. Statements from the kids saying they feel safe at home.
Damn. Safer at home.
Somebody wanted to get her kids, man, and they got them. I got all the documentation that she sent me. We had to go get a polygraph test. Everything that she said so far is checked out. But I hear about this type of stuff a lot. Somebody will make a false report, their kids get took, and now the children just become unaccounted for.
Wow.
So that's what's going on right now. I'm working on that, and hopefully we can get this film. It's gonna be in a retrieval series.
Big homie, you know, as you was saying that, bro, I was like, man, so not only I got somebody that I'm building a friendship with, security, like you, like a jack of all trades. But the only thing I was picturing, I said, okay, well, he could do that kind of work. And you got the black on. I'm like, I can't picture you creeping down the alley, ducking. You too big. You gonna get busted, bro. They gonna see you coming, big homie.
What's crazy is I can show you footage of me doing this.
That's what I need to see, that, man, because I'm trying to picture you trying to duck under the window. It's just too big, bro. You got a big dome. You're just a big guy. It's just not gonna work, bro. So you sure I can hire your company?
I can show you proof of this.
Okay, we're gonna show me that proof.
Oh yeah, man. We matter of fact, we gonna talk to Brian. We could probably air a little clip, so you can. Yeah,
okay,
man.
yeah, we're gonna. So y'all, cause I'm trying to promote you.
For sure.
I'm trying to promote you, but cause like sometimes people like the little small people that can slide through stuff, stick and move.
No, I got them on my team too.
Okay, now I feel a lot better now.
Because they can't kick a door in like I can. Though.
Man, that's a fact. You kick the door, get out the way, let everybody else do the work. That's good, man.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Big fact. So I'm gonna send you an invoice after we finish this. Thank y'all.
For sure.
People that can slide through stuff, stick and move.
No, I got them on my team too.
We got a lot of work coming up, man. We got a lot of work coming up, man. Look here. Big homie CC, man. He got another big venture coming out. Hey, I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. Y'all check us out and everything. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Hey, y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.